Attorney General Kamala Harris made it official today, tossing her hat into the ring for the U.S. Senate seat currently held by Barbara Boxer. She is the first Democrat, but probably not the last to enter the race. Eyewitness News reporter Carlos Granda joins us now with a look at Harris and the others who may enter the race. Carlos.
Well, the announcement was low-key, made on social media, and it is the beginning of a battle for a California Senate seat that hasn't changed in more than 2 decades. Attorney General Kamala Harris launched her campaign online, on Twitter, and her website. I have worked to bring smart, innovative, and effective approaches to fighting crime, fighting for consumers, and fighting for equal rights for all. I want to be a voice for Californians on these issues and others that impact our state in the U.S. Senate.
Getting in early, you want to preempt the field in terms of money, in terms of endorsements. She's already tight with law enforcement, which is important, when you run in California. You want to keep as many of the others out as possible.
The announcement comes one day after Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom said he would not run for the seat, but others might. For Democrats, Representative Loretta Sanchez on her Facebook page said, "Californians deserve a strong voice in Washington, and I've never been afraid to speak up, which is why I am seriously considering running for the United States Senate in 2016. Billionaire environmental activist Tom Steyer is another possible candidate, as is former L.A. Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa.
Antonio is still a very strong force. He'd have to run, not as mayor of Los Angeles, but he's moved back to L.A., probably going to start building up the name again. The Latino community really likes him.
It's likely that he'd be the only Latino in the race. He might end up being the only Southern Californian in the race. And he's got an ability to reach across party lines in a way that maybe the other candidates don't.
And Schnurr says in this very blue state, this race would be very difficult for any Republican candidate.
There really isn't much of a Republican bench of candidates. It's entirely likely under the top 2 primary that we have in California, we could end up with a general election next November with 2 Democratic candidates.
And so far, no Republicans have announced that they're considering running for the seat. Political experts say the next 2 years will be a chess game as a number of potential candidates position themselves to move up to other offices. I'm Carlos Granda, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.